Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right, hey, let's go ahead and take a seat. Go ahead and take a seat and let's get going. All right, take a seat, take a seat. Going once, going twice, take a seat, take a seat. All right, how many of you guys are excited for Falls Creek? All right, well, come on, we can be, I know we've been doing VBS all day, but come on. How many of you guys are excited for Falls Creek? All right, I like it. All the parents, some of the parents are like, yeah, I'm ready to get rid of my kids for a week. Anyway, hey, real quick, guys, thank you for being here. It's exciting. We leave for Falls Creek on Monday at 8:30 is when you need to be here, but we'll go over the schedule here in just a second. But I just want to thank you for being here. For you parents and maybe even some of the students, if you don't know, my name is Christian Kemp. I'm the youth pastor, and here we have Mr. Christian James. He is the associate youth pastor. Yes, it is Christian and Christian. We kind of go by, the students have started to call me Kemper, and then they've called him for years Cheeto. So we'll answer to either. But just like I said, thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm not about wasting time. I don't want this meeting to be longer than it needs to be. So we're going to jet through these. First thing, before we get going, this packet, that's what we're going to go over, this Falls Creek parent packet. So you can either pick one up when you came in, or you can hit that QR code on the screen and you can have one digitally on your phone. Regardless, we're going to go over some of this, not all of it, because we know that you can read, and some of the stuff we just don't need to go over, and if you're interested, you can read about it. But there are a few details that we want to stick on. That way there's no confusion, and then I'll open it up to questions as well. But let's just go ahead and get going. So what is Falls Creek? We look here, page number 1. What is Falls Creek? For those of you that have never been to Falls Creek, explain kind of what it is. At the base of it, it is a evangelistic camp down in the Arbuckle Mountains. It is, fun fact, actually the oldest and largest youth camp in the world. So that's exciting. So we're going to literally the biggest youth camp in the whole wide world down at Falls Creek. They have several thousands of students there a week, and really it's just amazing. We'll go over the schedule, kind of what the day will look like, but just know, parents, you're sending your kids to a very well-run camp and a very safe camp. I hear a lot of rumors, and when you're the oldest youth camp in the world, and you've been going for a real long time, you kind of get a stereotype a little bit. Just know that Falls Creek is very safe. They have done just amazing changes to make sure that your students are safe and looked after. It really is just a terrific camp. But that's Falls Creek. I'll tell you what, let's just move on. You guys all know what Falls Creek is. We're going to talk about a little bit about recreation, some recreation stuff. So page 2, here's the thing. The way kind of the schedule goes at Falls Creek, in the morning we have our kind of Bible devotion time, and it's devoted to learning about the Bible and learning how to study the Bible. But in the afternoons, it is full of fun things to do. There's volleyball, there's kickball, there's ropes course, there's walking to the devil's bathtub, there's going and sticking gum on the disgusting gum tree that has gum there from like the 80s. But there's long before. I imagine that if they ever had to scrape that off, I don't know, they could finally. It's disgusting. I don't go to it. It's disgusting. But about recreation, there are a few recreation things that we need to go over. So when you signed up for camp, it should have asked you, do you want to do any recreation? And if you press yes, you were offered either ropes course, volleyball, or kickball. And then if you chose volleyball, you had to choose which team you wanted to be on, because there's an A team and a B team for every group. There's blue, which is boys, just all boys, A team, B team. Pink, which is all girls, A team, B team. Help me if I'm wrong. I think red is 4-on-4, A team, B team. Green is just high school, A and B. And then what Purple, that's it. Purple is upperclassmen, so high school, or no, that's lower, junior high, right? So junior high, A team, B team. And then, anyway, they're just all the teams that are on there. If you signed up for a recreation, a volleyball, or a kickball, or a ropes course, your name will be right down here. It's all organized right here. Before we leave tonight, I need you to check this list because this is the list I'm going to turn in, and we cannot take away or add from it. So here's what I mean by this. If you're like, man, I really wanted to play kickball, but I forgot to sign up, now's the night. Grab a pen, put your name down here. Or if you're like, hey, I signed up for like 4 volleyball teams and didn't read the instructions on the sign up, and I don't want to play volleyball all afternoon. Come down here, mark your name off on a few things, because after tonight, this list is what I'm going off of, all right? So make sure that you check your list, check this list, because here's the thing. Do not be the person, and some of you guys, caught it last year from me because of this. Do not be the person that just signs up for something and then doesn't show up, because here's what happens. Not only are you letting your team down, and that's rude, and that's not very nice. But say because you don't show up, your team has to forfeit. If your team forfeits, it's a tournament style bracket. So you are messing up the other team, because if they win by a forfeit, that does not count as a win. That's a lesser win. So when it comes to the tournament on the last day, they may not make it, all because you decided not to show up. And believe me, I know, I've talked to other youth pastors. They remember, Evergreen didn't show up. Evergreen didn't forfeit. They remember that. They know that. I have had past youth pastors come to me and say, hey, why didn't your team show up? They remember that things. It makes Evergreen look bad. So if you signed up for a recreation, show up. Cool beans? Cool beans. All right. But there's a lot of fun stuff. And there's a lot of stuff you can just walk up from. Like I said, we have horseshoes that are there. They have the skate park. So if you're a skateboarder, you can bring your skateboard. You can only use it at certain times, but you can bring your skateboard. There's fishing. There's swimming. We'll talk about swimming here in just a little bit. Kayak, ping pong, jungle pong, disc golf, hiking. There's all sorts of stuff you can do there, guys. But for the big 3, kickball, ropes course, and volleyball, if you signed up, before you leave here today, come to this table. All right. Now we are going to invite Miss Hannah Rogers to come up here and talk about the dress code. The dress code. Here's the thing. These are not our rules. I repeat, these are not our rules. These are Falls Creek rules. I have asked Hannah to put together slides so that she can explain it as well as it can be explained, so you will not, here's what I don't want. I don't want you to not know the dress code, and then your daughter or your son shows up and their shorts are against dress code, and then that's all they brought that week. That would not be fun, and for anyone. So, Hannah, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm Hannah. If you guys don't know me, then I'll probably get to know you because I love getting to know people. But I'm the future Mrs. Cheeto, so that's yeah. That's what I'm becoming more known for than anything. But can I get a woot woot for dress code? Yeah, I love to see it. Okay, so just a few things I want to say before I go over the dress code really fast. I know a lot of you are sitting there and you're like, this is the worst ever. And I understand that because just a few years ago, I was sitting in those very same chairs and I was going, this is the worst ever. And let me tell you, it's not. Life will be a lot harder than this. Picking shorts for Falls Creek is not the hardest thing you'll ever have to experience. So I just want to point out to you guys that the whole reason that we have this dress code and we abide by Falls Creek's rules for the dress code is because our job here is to love and protect you. Students, that is our job. Our job is to love and protect you in the best way that we can. And doing that is by following the rules that Falls Creek encourages us to follow, and because we care about teaching you guys how to respect rules even if you don't fully understand them. And so that is something that we are intentionally doing here. And parents, we ask you to help us in that because we love and want to protect your students. And so that's the reason we have the dress code, okay? So I don't know if you guys are like me when I was your age, but I always was like, why are they doing this? This is so dumb. They just want me to like look so stupid and not be stylish. That's not the case. We care about you, we love you, so that's why we're doing this. So I just want to point that out. We're not doing this to be fun killers or to shame anybody. Our goal is to help everyone keep their attention on Jesus. That's the reason we're coming this week, is because we love the Lord, and we do that by presenting our bodies well. So just two little things I just want to, am I speaking too fast? Oh, okay, you're doing like an amen type of thing? Okay, got it, cool. I thought I was talking too fast and you're telling me to slow down. Okay, so that's all I want to say. And like, please hear me also. You can still be stylish and modest. It's very doable. Look how cute my pants are. I mean, like it's very doable, guys. So anyway, all that to say, let's go over the dress code really fast and then we'll get on to the next thing because I know we all don't want this meeting to go 2 hours. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the first thing, if you turn to page 3 in your packet, that's where dress code's going to be. It's 3. Girl, I made the packet, I know. Okay, so the first thing we have on there is no midriff, parentheses, stomach exposure. But what we're going to call it this week is the yummy tummy. Yeah, yeah. If you were at Super Summer, that was from Super Summer. So, no yummy tummy. No one wants to see the yummy tummy. Please don't have the yummy tummy out, okay? No tight-fitting clothes. No riding on the back of pants or shorts. When Kathy did this when I was a student in the youth group, she would always say, we don't need to know that you are part of cheer by looking at your butt. So please don't. No promoting inappropriate language. Here's the big one. Shorts must have a 5 to 7 inch inseam or fingertip length. So, well, it's fingertip length, which a good reference for that is 5 to 7 inches on the inseam, okay? And fingertip is not this. Fingertip is this, okay? And it needs to go to the end of your fingertip. This is not your fingertip. This is not your fingertip. Where is the tip of the finger? At the tip of the finger. So please keep that in mind when you guys are looking for shorts. And as Kemp mentioned, we encourage you guys, if you don't have any shorts that fit under that category, please go get some. I know that it's getting close to Falls Creek time, but we would rather you go and get it now than we have to have an awkward conversation later where we say, hey, because you didn't abide by these rules, we have to ask you to stay in the cabin. We don't want that for you. We want you to be able to have fun. So please help us by getting fingertip length shorts. Okay, shirts cannot cover shorts. It looks like you're not wearing shorts. So please have your shirt tucked in or something. Do the cute little front tuck where it like hangs out. I know it's cute. I know how to do it, guys. Dresses or skirts must reach the top of your knee. No tank tops. Okay, there's been a lot of confusion on this one in the past. Sleeveless shirts are okay. There's a diagram. Yeah. Yes, no gaping holes. So sleeveless shirts are okay, but it has to come all the way up here, okay? So sleeveless shirts are okay. You can kind of see it in the diagram here, and it has to go all the way to your shoulder.
We don't want to see your pits.
Don't want to smell them either. Please wear deodorant. Yes, thank you. I'll be here all night. Okay, yes. So tank tops are not allowed. Sleeveless shirts are okay. I'll mention this now. For the Cathys, we do allow you guys to wear spaghetti strap dresses, but you can't have open backs, okay? And you also can't have like low dipping in the front, okay? So you can wear spaghetti straps for the Cathys. Now, if somebody's wearing spaghetti straps and they're like going to their volleyball game, they're gonna be like, but you said I could wear it. And I'm gonna say, no, I said you could wear it for the Cathys. Go change, okay? No inappropriate promotion of pictures. Women must wear a one-piece while swimming. Yes, you must be fully clothed going to and from swimming.
Oh, you skipped one, Hannah.
I'm coming back to it.
Okay.
They correlated, so I thought I'd stick them together. Men cannot wear tight-fitting swimwear.
That's the one she skipped.
Yeah, that was the one I skipped. Please don't. Shoes must be worn outside of the cabin, and we're going to put a little asterisk? Yeah, that thing. We're going to put that in there. Also, inside the cabin, please. No slits in dresses or skirts. You must be appropriate for theme nights. And also, there's a new one this year because this is the thing, no biker shorts, okay? Yes. Okay, so, yeah, we have some pictures up of what is and is not allowed. Can we go all the way to the beginning? Sorry. Yeah, so we did that one. Yes, these rules apply for the 5K as well. There is a 5K run on Wednesday morning. These rules apply for it, and if you're not in dress code, they will send you back. So Falls Creek, that's another thing. Falls Creek employees have the authority, male or female, to send you back to your cabin if they believe you're inappropriately dressed or going against the dress code. So ladies, save yourself an awkward conversation with some random guy you've never met before, but he works at Falls Creek, and be in dress code, okay? We don't want you to have to experience that awkwardness, so help yourself, okay? Yeah, so we went over this. These diagrams are also in your packet as well, so if you need to reference them again. These are just some examples of what is not allowed. And then these are some examples for shorts of just, like, athletic shorts are fine. They just have to be fingertip length, okay? I know there's been confusion over that before, but you can wear them. They just have to be long enough. When I say biker shorts, that's what I mean, the spandex-looking stuff, knowing that. And yeah, I think that's all I have for that. And one other thing I want to mention is, like I said a second ago, we are not doing this because we're trying to shame you guys. I know that that's something I'm sure the enemy wants you to believe, that we're just trying to shame you for wearing this or whatever. Our job is to protect you, and we are going to do everything we can to do that job well because God has entrusted us with that. So our goal will not be to shame you. If we see that you need to change for some reason, I'm not going to call you out in front of everyone and embarrass you and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to come to you gently, and I'm going to ask you to change. And if there's not a action taken, then our approach will have to be different. But I want you guys to know, there is no shame in this. We are just doing what we can to keep you safe. The last thing I'll say is a new, is it the next one? Yeah. Okay, something we want to try and do for you guys this year to help equip you to be able to get the right stuff before camp is, this is my phone number and this is your phone number. Yeah, okay, yep. I don't have it memorized, but this is my phone number and this is Christian's phone number. So if you guys have any questions about dress code, me and two other of our girl sponsors are going to be the dress code authorities. I was going to say police, but that sounds intimidating. We're going to be the dress code authority. So me and two other girls are going to be the ones that are in charge of telling you if you're out of dress code. And it's going to be kept to just those three people. And so all that to say, if for the girls, for the guys, it's them. I don't want to.
I can't stress this enough. Please do not send me pictures of your daughter and be like, hey, are these shorts okay?
Please send it to me.
I'm not even going to open them. I'm not even going to respond.
Yeah, so this is my phone number. I ask you guys, if there is a question, please shoot me a text and ask me, and I will be completely honest about whether it's good or not. And same for the guys as well. But we want to do the best we can to help you guys before we get to camp to minimize those uncomfortable conversations. Not because I'm scared of having them, just don't want to if we don't have to. So I think that's everything. Covered it?
But in pants.
No.
In pants.
No.
I'm going to say one thing for the boys as well, because apparently it's stylish now for boys to wear shirts that are longer than their shorts. Don't do that. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Boys, be appropriate. Boys, if you have questions, you can text me. But if you just send me a bunch of texts that just say butts, then I'm deleting your contact and you're not coming to camp.
That's literally the worst thing you could have said.
Well, it's happened before. It's literally happened before. And it's so annoying when it does.
Here, I'll run the slides for you.
There we go. Okay, we're going to go over a couple of rules starting on page 5. By the way, what's up? I'm Cheeto. We're going to be going over a couple of rules real quick. So starting at the top of page 5. First off, no guys and girls rooms, no girls and guys rooms at any time. We are at camp. We're going to have some signs that are going to be up around the cabin telling you where you can and where you cannot go. There will be certain areas that are designated just for the girls. There will be areas that are designated for just for the guys. There will be some that are just for the sponsors and for the cooking staff. And if you break those rules, we're going to get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. But you will get in trouble. So don't do that. No girls and guys rooms, no guys and girls rooms. I don't think the girls would even want to be in the guys rooms because let me tell you, it stank.
Not this week. We will fix it.
Anyway. Be on time to all activities and sessions. This is super important because Falls Creek does run on a schedule. So please be on time. And your small group leaders, for you students, your small group leaders will help you stay on track. Just make sure you're listening to that. You're not staying around in the cabin taking naps all the time. Because if you are, kick you out. Just kidding. Bring your Bibles, bring your pens and paper to all sessions. We recommend bring a Bible, bring a journal, and bring a pen. Be ready to take notes and to learn about Jesus because that's what we're here for. We're going to learn a lot about Jesus, and it's going to be a great week. Wear your Falls Creek wristbands at all times. You are, at the beginning of the week, when you show up, we're going to go and we're going to register everybody. And when we do, we're going to get wristbands for every one of our students. You need that wristband to be at camp. If you don't have a wristband on, then Falls Creek staff is going to get out of here, right? Falls Creek staff has the right to kick you out, and we don't want that to happen. So if at some point throughout the week you are walking around and your wristband falls off, just come talk to one of us. We'll get you a new wristband, but we need to make sure every one of our students has a wristband at all times. No PDA. During the week, we want you to take the vow of singleness, okay? Doesn't. Some would say.
Is doesn't.
That's right. So no PDA, no laying all over each other of any kind, and this includes on the bus. And this is talking also about girls with girls and guys with guys. I get you guys have been best friends since you were like before you were even born. I don't care. We don't want that. Don't lay all over each other because it's gross. Keep all personal items together. We are not responsible for lost items or money. So please keep track of your stuff. If you wake up one morning and you decided to leave your piggy bank full of cash on top of your bag and some 7th grade boy is like, piggy bank, right? And all your money goes missing. I'm sorry, it's not my fault, okay? Keep track of your stuff, keep watch over it, and make sure you're taking care of your own items.
And honestly, if you're that worried about it, give it. There are places you can give it to a sponsor, and we'll put it like where no one else can get it. Wise things. So, yeah, keep going.
Wise thing.
Wise
That's
things.
right. Let sponsors know where you are at all times. Travel in groups. This is a big Falls Creek rule, is that you cannot travel as an individual, and you also cannot travel in duos. You have to travel in trios at all times. So make sure you get your squad of 3 or more, and you guys go do whatever you want. There's going to be a lot of free time and a lot of different things that you can do. We talked about all the different rec things that you can do, and there's a lot more that's going to be happening. There's going to be ping pong. There, I'm sure, will be like Switch tournaments, things like that. There will be a lot happening at camp. Just make sure at all times, whether you're going to get an icy, whether you're going to play a game, whether you're going to go pin trading, whatever that might look like, make sure you're always traveling in trios. Next thing, no alcohol, tobacco, or drugs other than prescription ones are allowed, okay?
It's like, if you're a moron, this is what you'll bring. No.
There you go. Just don't do that. Okay, no weapons, electronics, or fireworks. We do understand that 4th of July is happening while we are at camp. Don't bring your own fireworks because you'll get kicked out, and we don't want you kicked out.
Can I also say weapons include pocket knives? So if you're like that guy that always has a pocket knife like in his pocket, not this week, all right? Don't bring pocket knives.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that last year. And so last year we were super gracious and we're like, okay, we're going to keep them in a box and we'll give them back to you at the end of the week. This year, because he said that, nope. I'll
Nope.
get a fresh new pocket knife
No
at the end of
pocket
the week.
knives.
So don't bring your pocket knife. Electronics, okay? The question is, can you bring your phone? Yes, you can bring your phone. You have complete freedom to bring your phone if you would like. Parents, if you're okay with your student taking their phones, I will say, unless you have AT&T, the coverage out there is absolutely horrendous. You're not gonna have coverage. So, yes, you can bring your phone, but every sponsor has the right that if your phone is becoming a distraction, whether that be during small group time, whether that be during service time or morning devo, or even when it's time to go to bed, if your phone is becoming a distraction, every one of our sponsors does have the right to take it and confiscate it until they feel that it's right to give it back, okay? So please understand, we are expecting you guys that are coming with us as students. Yes, you can bring your phone, but we're asking you to be an adult with it. To understand that you have a responsibility to steward that blessing well, and if you do not, we have the right to take it away, okay? But like, don't bring your laptop, don't bring your Xbox, don't bring your PlayStation, don't bring your Switch, none of that. If you have any questions, ask. We're more than happy to answer any questions you might have. We're trying to address as many of these questions that you might have as possible, but we understand we can't cover everything. So if you have questions, just ask. No shaving cream fights. That's weird and it tastes bad, so don't do it anyway. No duct tape allowed. We're not allowing any 7th grade boys to be taped to the ceiling. No towel whipping. That's weird. Don't do it. Do not question or undermine authority. That's pretty straightforward. Please obey the rules, listen to our sponsors. We've picked them out for a reason because they are good leaders. Cell phones, I already talked about this. Electronic devices can be brought by parents' discretion. Electronics cannot be a distraction or used in place of a physical Bible. So we're not gonna be okay with the, I'm just on the Bible app, right? During the entire service and you're actually scrolling through Instagram. No, you're not, okay? If you wanna read your Bible, bring a real Bible, or if you need a Bible, we are more than happy to provide one for you. Just please let us know. But we're not gonna use our phones in place of a real Bible. Evergreen will not be held accountable for lost, stolen, or damaged electronics, even if they are confiscated for breaking rules. So if we're taking it away and you're like, and you throw it across the room and it's all cracked now, it's not our fault. Failure to follow any rules or authority will result in your parent coming to get you. Listen, students, your parents do not want to take an awkward 3.5-hour drive to go get you and then another 3.5-hour drive. And I guarantee you don't want that 3.5-hour drive coming back. Because your parents have already been driving for 3.5 hours, they're exhausted, they didn't want to go on this ride anyway, but now you're in trouble, you broke the rules, and now you have 3.5 hours in the back seat with them. So, don't break the rules, stay on track, and it's gonna be a great week. So, you got schedule?
Yep, I got it. That was awesome, Cheeto. Yes, I just want to specify again, just real quick. We have not had a lot of discipline. Knock on wood. We have not had a lot of disciplinary things we've had to do in years past. But recognize, parents, that if your child does something that is to the significance that we deem that they need to leave camp, we're not going to drive them back. You have to come pick them up. So let's just not break the rules. All right. Let's just all be cool. Let's all have fun. And honestly, if you just listen to your sponsors and don't be a moron, then we'll all get along great. All right, schedule. Page 6 and really page 7. I'm just going to jet through this real quick, just hit a few things because you can read and you can look at the schedule. Monday, arrive here at 8:30 a.m. Turn to your neighbor and say 8:30.
8:30.
8:30, all right? Here's the deal. We're going to be here. When you get here, there's going to be check-in. Here's the thing. I would like to leave at 9 o'clock. That's how quickly check-in goes. So you're going to show up. There's going to be places where there's going to be 3 buses out front, and you're going to show up. You're going to come check in. Make sure you come in and check in. Parents, just in case, do not leave until you check in. So don't do this thing where you drop off the kid and you throw the suitcase out and then you say, all right, peace, see ya, and then you drive off, right? Check your kid in just in case we need something to be filled out or something, we need to communicate something to you. please don't just drop off your kids. Come and check them in. They'll put their luggage at a certain place, and then it'll be loaded onto the bus, and then we'll get going. So, but 8:30, do not forget, 8:30. You can read through that. We'll go through registration, all that stuff when you get to camp. We'll get our stuff, and then you can see just kind of the normal schedule, Tuesday through Friday schedule. Understand something? When we say lights out at 12, I tend to mean it. It's a thing where Falls Creek is so much fun, but it is energy draining. And if you stay up like till 1, 2 in the morning for 3, 4 days in a row, you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to have the brain energy to listen and hear what God wants to do in your life. So when we say lights out at midnight, we mean it. And that means cell phones as well. If you have your cell phone, that might be a thing where we start taking up cell phones. If you can't live without your cell phone when you're going to bed and we see you're on it or something, we might take that away because sleep is important. We don't want anyone getting sick. We don't want anyone catching a cold or anything more serious and then spreading it to the whole cabin because they thought that they could stay up till the late morning. So anyway, but that is the whole schedule. You can look at it. I don't really think there's much to point out except this. On Saturday, the day that we leave, it's a little different. We literally, the night before, we clean up everything. And then, so the next morning, we might do a little bit of freshening up, get everyone outside, mop everything, and then we are gone. Like I wanted Saturday, our goal is to get out as quickly as possible. Parents, we will have your students and sponsors text you, and we'll put it on the mass text as well when we are on our way back. That way you can know about what time we're going to be here. But if I'm guessing, in years past, it's always been around either noon, 1, 2, just somewhere around, that time. It all depends on how quickly we get out of there. But just know, on Saturday morning, I try to get out of there as quickly as possible because, believe it or not, I want to be away from all your kids and I want to go home and take a nap. So we try to get out of there on Saturday. But that's the schedule. You can read through all that stuff if you want to. All right, Cheeto.
Okay, starting on page 8, we're going to go over the packing list real quick. We're going to jump right into it. Please do not pack like you are going overseas on an airplane for like 3.5 months, okay? 1 suitcase, 1 backpack. Everybody say 1 suitcase. 1 backpack. That's right. All right, 1 suitcase, 1 backpack. Please pack modest clothes for at least 5 days. Following the dress code? Yes, please. Closed-toed shoes for rec. You do not have to bring sandals. You don't have to bring flip-flops, but you do have to bring closed-toed shoes. So please make sure you take at least 1 pair of closed-toed shoes. And if you're the person who's like, oh, I'm Chacos all day, check out my Chaco tan, good for you. Bring a pair of closed-toed shoes, please. Bring your Bible. That's probably important when you're going to church camp.
You would be shocked how many kids forget their Bible.
Yep. Notepad, journal and pen, and pencil. Bring a water bottle. Bring spending money. Spending money, that's going to be for, you can determine how much of that you want to bring. They sell ices, they sell ice cream, they sell coffee.
I'm pretty sure they had a board game last year.
Yep, they have a board game. They have a lot of T-shirts, hats, things like that. T-shirts, hats, those are anywhere from $15 to $30 each. They have ices for about $2 a pop. They've got coffee for $3.50, snacks, candy bars, things like that. So you have the ability to determine how much spending money you want to bring. It's not necessary, but it's good to have because maybe one evening you want to go get an icy with all your friends. So that's good. Umbrella, if you want to. Medication. Prescribed meds will remain with sponsors. Understand, we are bringing a nurse with us, and she is going to have us completely taken care of. We're going to have the meds that are necessary. So if your kid wakes up with a headache and needs some ibuprofen, we got you covered. But if you have prescribed meds, please, we need to know that so that we can make sure that your student is taking their meds and so that we can make sure that your student doesn't just show up and we're like, oh my gosh, meds, get them out of here, right? So please let us know. We want to make sure that we are fully aware of everything that's taking place.
We'll explain that at the end.
Yes, we will. Swimsuit. If you would like to go swimming, there are many swimming options. Hannah talked a little bit about the dress code requirement for swimming. Boys, don't wear Speedos. That's nasty. You are not 82 years old or Italian, so please do not wear a Speedo. You do not have to swim. It's not a required thing. You can go and do other things during that time, but if you would like to swim, please understand, bring a swimsuit and make it modest. Bedding. You're going to want to bring either a sleeping bag or sheets and a blanket and a pillow.
Twin sheets.
Yes, twin. Unfortunately, we do not have queen-size beds for everybody. I wish we did, but no, we're going to camp. So bring sheets, bring sleeping bag, and a pillow. Please bring a towel. Everybody drop down to the bottom real quick. The really, really big text where it says, everyone will be showering. Everybody say, everyone. Everybody say, everyone. Yes, you will be showering. 7th grade boys, I'm sorry if you only shower once every 3 months. That's going to change. You're going to shower at least 3 times during this week, okay?
Showering with
You're gonna
water.
Get hot and sweaty, and it's going to be literally, look at the temperature for next week at the weather. We're looking at like 102, 105 degrees every single day, okay? And it's fully in the sun. We're going to be out there playing volleyball and basketball, and you are going to get sweaty. And we don't want to smell that all week, okay?
Shower with water and soap, not Axe.
That's right. Amen. Bath towel, bring it with you. If you are swimming, you're going to want to bring a bath towel for swimming and a bath towel for showering. I bring 2 or 3 bath towels just for showering because I like it like that. I like having clean towels. I like having clean towels. It's not, persecute me. I don't care. I like clean towels. They smell good. Hygiene products. Man, you guys got me voice cracking and everything. Hygiene products, bring your toothpaste, bring your toothbrush, please bring deodorant, shampoo, soap, etc. Yeah, we also don't want morning breath, so please bring your toothbrush, sunscreen, and bug spray. Ryan Bennett, again, I'm talking to you. Bring your sunscreen. He has to bring like SPF 100, and I really appreciate him for doing that because I can't find it anywhere. So, bring your sunscreen, bring bug spray because we are at camp. Theme night clothes, we're going to talk about that again in a little bit. And then clothes for Tab. Girls, if you want to get all fancy and you want to go to Tab, or boys, if you want to like wear your polo, like, oh, I got my collared shirt on, I'm all fancy tonight, go for it. It still has to abide by dress code, so please make sure you're doing that. That's not necessary. It is optional. Flipping over page 9, on our sponsor sheet, we've got just a little bit of information there. We've got Kemp and his phone number. My phone number is on there also. Again, please, like, only text us if you actually have questions.
Well, and let it be known, what do you have? What phone company do you have?
I have Visible Wireless, which no one's ever heard of, so I get made fun of all the time calling it Invisible Wireless.
I have AT&T, and I get pretty good service down there. So if you have any questions or emergency comes up, this is my number. Give me a call. Every night, we will be sending out on the youth mass text. And if you want to get on that and you're not on the youth mass text, come find us afterwards and we'll get you on that. But on the youth mass text, we will be sending out a daily update just with, hey, this is what happened today. We had this many students give their life to Jesus today, stuff like that. So be looking out for that.
Yeah, so you've got our information on there. Parents, go ahead and save our information, please, just in case. As he said, like if there's a family emergency, if you need to get in contact with us, if you need to talk to your student for some reason, please save our phone numbers, get ready just in case. We hope nothing happens, but just in case something does, that way you have our information, you can reach us, and we're not just off the grid for a week. On that sheet, also, you can see our small group leaders, our cooking staff, and our additional staff that will be with us throughout the week. Guys, let me tell you, with our sponsors, we have such a good group of sponsors. We did not just go out and be like, hey, we need warm bodies to come with us and suffer for a week at camp. No, we sought out intentional adult leadership, people who love your students, who pour into them, who are involved in both our student ministry and our young adults ministry, people who love your students and want to see them grow in their relationship with Jesus. So let me tell you, we have such a great staff. Our cooking staff, it's going to be great.
Like, no exaggeration, best food at Falls Creek, hands down. Hands down.
Amen. We do have people come to our cabin asking for our cooking and our t-shirts, which we'll talk about that in a little bit, but shwala. Next up, go for it.
There's a lot of miscellaneous stuff that is, you can look at, that's all about like, if you want to send a package or a letter, that's awesome. We'll get that. We'll probably make your child do a funny dance to get it in front of everyone, but they'll get it. So if you want to send that, it talks about, spending money. It has, the office hours as far as like Falls Creek. If you need to get a hold of them, for some reason you can't get a hold of us, you can call them. They'll always answer. We have the menu for the week. Here in just a second, we're going to talk about, food. If your child has any dietary issues that you need to make us aware of, there's going to be a process for that. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. But you can look at the menu. It's all delicious. It's all delicious. But there will be PB&Js if your child is delusional and doesn't want to eat this delicious food.
Let me. I want to point one thing out specifically. On the last line under Tuesday, it does in fact say sopapilla cheesecake. Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Just delicious. All right.
Sopapilla cheesecake.
All right. This last one. First off, we're going to start off with the price of camp. Your student will come away with an awesome Falls Creek shirt. Take a look at Cheeto and I. We are wearing the shirt tonight, so that's what it'll look like. They're awesome. They look great, and they're very re-wearable. So you'll get one of those. That'll be awesome.
And girls, now you know what color pants to wear when we take our picture.
There you go.
I got you.
There you go. Theme nights. All right. So here's the deal. There is something, if you've never been to camp before, if you've never been to Falls Creek with Evergreen before, we do things a little bit differently at night. So we've discovered that all the disciplinary issues, I would say 95% of them happen in about the same 45 minutes. Because on schedule, essentially what happens is after the evening tabernacle time is over, after evening teaching is over, all the students get about 45 minutes to stand in line for about 30 minutes to get an icy and then drink their icy, and then they have to be back in the cabins. But in that 45 minutes, there's something about teenagers and it being dark causes their little teenage minds to break. So,
it's time to play hide and seek.
yes, like, hey, it'd be fun? Let's throw a rock at a car. You would be surprised. Okay,
That's a bird.
So we decided, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Right after tabernacle, every student, and I mean it is not optional, it is mandatory. Every student will come right back to the cabin and we will have our theme nights. And guys, we go big with our theme nights.
Yeah.
Like we've been doing this for several years. We have never heard one complaint. In fact, we have had every single year this happens, we've had youth pastors come to us and say, hey, can we join your church? And we say, no, because you're not Evergreen and we'll get in trouble if we do that.
Liability.
So I kid you not, we call it the jealousy factor. Whenever we plan these theme nights, we call it the jealousy factor. So we go big every single night. Case in point, last year we had a mechanical bull on country night. I called Brian, the head of Falls Creek, and was like, hey, Brian, how would you feel if we brought in a small petting zoo? And he's like, that is amazing, but I can't allow you to take live animals on the Falls Creek campus. But anyway, that gives you a little taste of how wild we go. But we're going to give the theme nights. Here's the deal. dress up for these theme nights. I guarantee you every sponsor is going to dress up. I guarantee you the majority of the students are going to dress up. So if you do not dress up, I promise, if you're sitting there thinking like, I'm not going to dress up, I don't want to look silly, I promise, you're going to be the one that looks silly because everyone else is going to dress up for these. So Monday night, we have, our theme is called America Night. America Night. So we don't have America Night on Thursday, 4th of July, because we have a tradition and we need to stick to it. So America Night is that first night, Monday. So dress in your American flags. Dress as, you know, take that as it is. Wear your American flag shirt. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff going on that night. We will have, for you soccer fans, I don't know how many of you guys are out there. Maybe it's just me and Jackson McKenzie. But for all you soccer fans out there, we will have the United States national team plays that night. And so we'll have a big screen out there and we'll have them playing out there because America. So get excited for that. We have, you know, fun things that we'll do that night. I'm pretty sure we have, well, let's just leave it as a surprise. We'll leave it as a surprise. We have activities. Tuesday night, we have Jingles in July. So that is Christmas in July. So wear your best Christmas stuff. We're going to have a lot of cool things out there. We may or may not have ordered 2 snow machines to shoot out fake snow. We will have Santa, so you can take a picture with Santa or next to Santa, not on Santa's lap, because that would be weird.
That's weird.
But we do have that. We'll have some fun activities.
Let me say on the snow machines, it's not one of those like puny little things that like spits out like powdered sugar or something. No, these are the real deal. We're gonna have them set up high, and it's gonna like Winter Wonderland.
If you are an Instagrammer and you're like, I got to take the perfect Instagram post, you're about to blow your followers' minds.
All your friends are going to think that you traveled to some far distant country where it's somehow winter there. No, you went to Falls Creek.
It's going to be terrific. All right. Wednesday, we have a Big Top Bash. So that is like circus night. So dress circus.
This is the greatest show.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sure that we need to like learn that dance. Oh, no, maybe
no, thank you.
I thought about it. But like, so that'll be fun. We have out there what's called a dragonfly. It's a thing. You guys ever seen those, you know, the fair that you like sit on and it like, we should have put up a picture, but it like, you sit down there and it like, there's 3 of them and it like whooshes you from one side and then whooshes the other. Anyway, it'll be awesome. It's a ride, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have that out there. We'll have a few other games.
I promise, it's cool.
We'll have candy and stuff like that, so it will be fun. Thursday night, we have our annual, what's called the Cathys. The Cathys. That is our award show night. So think red carpet, dress red carpet, because we'll have that. We will have special snacks and we will have camp awards for the week. We have a few awards that we'll give out. We have exciting dance routine that is going to come. So you're going to want to be excited for that. Yeah, that's Thursday. That's the Cathys. And then Friday, what we do is Friday night is kind of the night where we stay up a little bit later because we know that the next day we're not going to do any learning. We're just going to get on the bus and go home. And we want to make your kids as tired as possible so that when they get home to you, they sleep all weekend. But Friday night, we have our neon night. So what we'll do is we'll get back from Tabernacle. That is when we will start to clean. We'll start to clean everything. We'll start to do everything we need to do to get all clean. We'll go into worship. And we'll do our worship and our kind of evening stuff, and we'll do that a little bit earlier. And then we will have our neon dance party, and we will blast some music and have an awesome time with our neon dance party when everything is clean, and it'll be awesome. All right, you got anything, brother?
Yes.
Right.
First off, I know that the slide says nights. Look in your packet. It says nights, Philip Jackson. It says nights. My goodness.
Haha.
My bad.
How
Sorry.
embarrassing.
I was only in, spending like 45 hours making the slideshow. Anyway, don't forget, when you get here on Monday morning, please arrive here by 8:30 a.m. By the time that your students arrive to camp, we will already have the cabin completely set up for our in-cabin band, set up with everything that we're going to be doing. So we are asking you, please do us the favor of showing up on time, because at 9 o'clock, those buses are rolling out of here, and we don't want your student to be the one student that is left behind. Now, I will say, I am particularly excited for this year. Guys, I don't know what happened this year or what's different, but this year we are taking more students to camp than we ever have before. Listen, like this is crazy. Last year and the year before, we had 135 students come with us to camp, which is insane. This year, we have over 150 students coming with us to camp.
Altogether, I think we ended up at 201.
Yeah,
so.
Including sponsors and students. So please, we have a lot of people that are coming with us to camp. So please do us the favor, be a team player, be here on time, be ready to go. Don't show up and be like, oh, I just threw all my stuff in the back of my parents' car. I'm gonna pack now. Don't do that. Just like be packed, be ready to go, be a team player, get the luggage on the bus and get on the bus. We'll tell you where to go, what bus to go to. We're gonna have 3 charter buses that when you arrive, we'll direct you to a particular bus that you need to go to. But please, just do us the favor, be a team player, be ready to go. This is gonna be such a good week of camp, and we are pumped for it. So we hope that you guys, you students, and our sponsors, that you guys will buy in, that you guys will be excited about camp, because this is going to be an incredible week. We have seen the Lord work in incredible ways the last few years at camp, and we are so pumped to see what he's going to do this year. Yeah. So,
again, we will have lunch right when we get to camp. So don't worry about feeding your kid lunch, because we'll have lunch right when we get there.
That's right. Last thing, again, if you have any questions, we are available. We are ready to answer any questions you might have.
You want to just real quick? How about let's just do this? Let me give you some, because there are a few things that I want to make you aware of, and then we'll just open it up to questions real quick. Because there might be a question that one person has that a few other people might have. So, okay, here's the deal. Everyone in this room, either student or parent, I don't care, but right here we'll have 2 sponsors right here at this table right over here, and there are 2 master lists. I need you to come by tonight before you leave and make sure that you say that you were here at this meeting. I told the sponsors, I want to know who was not here at this meeting. Because there are a few things that we need to get checked out. So make sure before you leave here, go to that table and either send a parent or a student, I don't care, but you're just gonna go through. It's alphabetized. So you say your name, they're gonna check off. Make sure if you did kickball, volleyball, or ropes course, you come and either write your name or check your name off, because this is gonna be the list we go off of. We're gonna have, if you have, what does that one say? Food? Okay. We're going to have our head cook, Nicole, is going to be right here. If your child has any dietary things, I know she already does a gluten-free, option for every meal. So, if your child needs gluten-free, you don't feel like you have to come up here, because they're going to have gluten-free for every meal, regardless. But if your child has any dietary things that you would like for the cooking staff to know, so that we can prepare well to feed them well, please come and talk to Nicole, because she's going to take notes and be ready to go. Over here, we're going to have our nurse, Carrie. And if your child has any medical issues, as far as they have to take a medicine every morning or every night, and you're like, hey, my child is responsible, but I want to make sure that it gets done. Please come over to Carrie. She is going to be responsible for doing all that and making sure the right medication gets to the right student. She's going to be here taking notes. Please come and speak with her. That way we can serve your students well. Anything else?
Last thing before questions. If you are a friend and you just showed up and you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing, I haven't even signed up yet, it's okay. It's not too late to sign up. The sign-ups end tonight at midnight. So if you're not yet signed up for camp, you can scan this QR code. It'll take you to the website to get signed up. We would love to have you come with us. And for those of you who are not Evergreen students who are coming with us to camp, man, we're excited you're coming with us. We're excited to be able to spend the week with you. We hope that we're able to love on you and encourage you in a way that is going to dig deep into your heart and make you feel like family, because that's what we are here. So if you are not signed up for camp yet, please understand, sign up for camp. We'd love to have you come with us. With that said, are there any questions?